Ready when you are.
We are Recoverator. Nate, hit the button. When you need to know what you used to have. Why did we make this product? I have been robbed twice in the last 2 weeks, including last night, which is not a fun experience. When that happens, the police and your insurance company want to know a series of things that you have lost. What they were, what their serial number was, what they're worth. It's very difficult to create that thing if you're not doing it already, and you want to make it easier with pictures and stuff. Let's roll a video and we'll show you the Rails app that we made this weekend that does this thing. Makes it really easy to make items, associate pictures with them, record values, all that stuff. And at the end, you get a report out that you can send to your insurance company or to the police, and that will tell them things that they can monitor at pawn shops and stuff like that, because that's really what they want. They want just a list of things, very simple. So we have a working MVP basically. It doesn't take money yet, but that's pretty easy to implement, relatively speaking. So what we have is a thing that generates a report, and we built it this weekend. It's awesome. I wish I had all my stuff in this, like on the 7th of this month. That would have been really useful for me. On the 8th of this month when I was robbed, or last night when I was robbed. So this is the report. I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay for the business side.
So it's pretty cool to be able to do this, but how do we make money off of it? And do people really want it? So we set out to find and make sure that people actually want this kind of thing. So we found that 63% of the 100 people that we surveyed don't keep this information anywhere. So if I had my laptop and it got stolen, I would not be able to recover it because I wouldn't have the serial numbers. We also found that only 14% of them would know how to file all the claims they needed. They would know how to get all the information to the police and their insurance companies. Initially, we wanted to check and see how much people would pay for this, and they said anywhere from $10 to $200 a year. So we decided, we averaged everything, came up with $24 a year. But we wanted to validate that, so go back. We wanted to validate that, so we asked people, would you pay $24 a year for this? 19 out of the 50 said yes, I would pay $24 a year for that. And half of them said, no, because I wouldn't need it, but once they get robbed, they'll pay that $24. So what kinds of competitors do we have? So there are some insurance companies that have apps somewhat like this. And there are a couple of websites that do house inventory. But none of them have the reporting capabilities that we do. None of them are customizable, so it's here are all of the things in my living room, print out a giant report listing all of them. Whereas we can say, hey, 2 out of the 15 items that I had were stolen today. Just print those, print it for the Indianapolis Police Department and Allstate Insurance. So you can go in and specifically say what you want it to say. And on top of that, everything's stored online. So a couple of things you download and are local, but if your laptop gets stolen, your information is on your laptop, so you still don't have it. So what's our timeline? Right now we have our MVP. So like you mentioned, the only thing that we would need to add is some e-commerce and a little bit of polishing before we'd actually be able to bring on users. So we can bring on our set of alpha users on December 1st. We're targeting 10 that would be able to just go through the app. Obviously it would be free for them, and we would just get all of their feedback to try and work on improving it. And January 1st, we bring on our first set of beta users. We have a couple of versions down the line that we would want. Eventually we want to be able to pull up and say, I'm in Cincinnati, I need a Cincinnati police report for Allstate Insurance, and this is my account information, and it'll be able to give you everything that you would need. We want to be able to automatically extract serial numbers from photographs and have a mobile application, as well as an API that insurance companies can use. So we have some estimated costs up there. Don't need to go into much detail, but based off of our expected costs and our revenue projections, we should break even on September of 2014. This would be starting with 40 paid users in our first month and growing at a rate of 15% every month after that at our $24 a year subscription fee. So what do we need? We need a visual designer. Our site needs some polish. We didn't have any graphic designers. And we need a first set of alpha testers, 10 of them, that's our target. Finally, we need $15,000, which should be able to last us for our first 6 months. Any questions?